All right, listen, so if you're thinking about moving to New Smyrna Beach or Port Orange, Orem Beach, Ponce Inlet, Daytona Beach, really anywhere in coastal Volusia County, there's a good chance you're going to end up looking for homes in an HOA community. And honestly, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some of our favorite neighborhoods are in HOA communities, but here's a problem. Not all HOAs are created equal. Some are incredibly well managed and help protect the property's value, while others can still surprise homeowners with special assessments, raising dues, deferred maintenance, and expensive repairs sometimes. So today, Rachel and I are going to walk you through 5 biggest HOA red flags to look for before buyers even make an offer. Let's get started. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, you want to learn everything there is to know about living in New Smyrna Beach and surrounding areas like Ormond Beach, Daytona Beach Shores, Ponce Inlet, Port Orange, or Edgewater, then you have come to the right place. My name is Matt Ekoff. I'm a local real estate expert. This is my beautiful wife, Rachel Ekoff. She's also a local real estate expert, and we're here to share everything from the best neighborhoods to the hottest spots around town. We cover everything from school zones to flood zone. Listen, we get phone calls, emails, text messages, and Zoom invites every day from people just like you wanting to move to the beach. So whether that be in 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to help you move to the beach. And when I say we get phone calls, emails, and texts every day, we really do. Like, I had 4 phone calls yesterday. I had a Zoom invite the day before, emails all the time. So, and I do answer my phone and I do answer my emails, and yes, it is me, or yes, it is Rachel. So, or it could be Natalia, our teammate that's not with us today. So please don't hesitate to reach out. We do answer our phones. So listen, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and so you get all the notifications and updates about New Smyrna Beach and surrounding areas. Let's get into our videos today, which is the 5 HOA red flags to look out for. Okay, all right, so we've been dealing a lot with HOA communities recently. I mean, we have done a good amount of sales on the list side and on the buy side in Venetian Bay, in Sugar Mill Country Club, in Plantation Bay, in LPGA International, Mosaic, and a lot of these communities in coastal Volusia County and the areas that we cover are HOA. So there have been some red flags that have stuck out, and so I wanted to kind of discuss some of those things today.
Yeah, a lot. There are a ton of HOA communities in Florida in general. Florida is known for HOA communities, and people start getting nervous as soon as they hear about it. They think HOA means, oh my God, all these fees, all these control, like people controlling my neighborhood, what I can do, what I can't do. It's not necessarily as bad as some people think, but there are some red flags.
It can be though. And that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so let's get into red flag number 1. All right, so this is probably the biggest one of all of them. It's low reserve funds. Okay, think of a reserve fund as the HOA savings account. Okay, it's money that's set aside for major expenses like roofs, elevators, pools, roads, landscaping, clubhouses, exterior painting, sidewalks, things like this. And if there's not enough money in that account, guess who's making up the difference?
You.
Well, I'm not making up the difference. They're making up the difference. So usually it's what's called a special assessment, and we've seen assessments range from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars depending on the community.
You do not want to get hit hard with those special assessment fees. They can be overwhelming for some people. And what do you look for specifically with a buyer to avoid maybe some of those complications?
That's why before the buyers even purchase in an HOA, we always encourage them to review the financials and ask one simple question: are the reserves adequately funded?
Okay.
Did I say that right? Adequately funded. Okay, let's get into red flag number 2, which is deferred maintenance. Okay. This next one doesn't even require reading financial statements. Okay, just drive around the neighborhood. Does the landscaping look healthy? Are the roads in good shape? Does the clubhouse look maintained properly? How about the pool? What does that look like? So if the community looks neglected, there's usually a reason why. Okay, it could mean the HOA is postponing maintenance because they simply don't have the money, like that savings account that we were talking about before. And that's often the first time that larger expenses are coming, or special assessments could be coming your way when you see that deferred maintenance.
Yeah. All
right, so listen, I would say that if any of these come up and it's something that's scary, it's okay to walk away.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so red flag number 3, which is actually kind of the opposite of the one that we just discussed, is that HOA fees that seem too good to be true. We've seen this before. I will tell you an example. People all the time in Sugar Mill are like, what's going on? $42 a month in Sugar Mill Country Club. It's got a guard, it's gated, everything that Sugar Mill has to come to. Nope, that's Sugar Mill Country Club. That's one of the ones that 100% in HOA. I know people hate HOAs, and you can comment below if you hate HOAs or that you'll never move in one at all. I'm sure we might get some comments on that, but Sugar Mill's absolutely one of those places that I would buy into with an HOA because it's phenomenal and the fees are low.
Yeah, and it's not the scary too good to be true kind of thing.
No.
We've seen that area, we've seen what it offers you, and the HOAs make sense. And I think that's another thing that people should question you about is if the HOA seems too good to be true, like the numbers, just ask the questions. Ask about it, and you can give all the background information.
Yeah, so this red flag it surprises a lot of people. They don't think that they're especially in brand new communities. Builders advertise very low HOA dues, for example, but once a neighborhood's complete and the developer turns HOA over to the homeowners, those fees often increase, sometimes significantly. That doesn't mean it's a bad community. Any of these communities are bad communities. It just means that buyers need to understand today's HOA fees might not be tomorrow's HOA fees. And so it is important to understand. And again, this is something that, when you're dabbling, when you're starting to look around. I had a lady yesterday that reached out to me and she's like, look, I live in Rhode Island. We're probably going to be moving here in December or January. Right now we're in July. And she's like, I'm just starting to look, tell me what's covered with Venetian Bay versus Sugar Mill Country Club, and they ask all that kind of stuff. I mean, she also asked about, this area, this specific area about flooding. So like this, I'm here as a resource. So I want you to check on those things because we say, whether it's 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, and I'm not trying to deviate from that. So you might be the 200-day person. Actually, one of our best viewers here, Rick, that reaches out and comments on a lot of our videos, Rich is like, I'm one of those 200-day people. Yeah. But now we're 200 days post him saying that, and we're actually looking for condos in Ormond Beach for him. So HOA, so again, red flag number 3, HOA fees seem too good to be true. Sometimes they're right, but again, this is a red flag. Sometimes that's not okay. Red flag number 4 is poor communication. Okay, I say this one comes in after offers because we're going to ask for HOA estoppels and meeting minutes, and we're going to ask for financials and things like that. And if they are delayed on getting that stuff or they don't give us everything we need, there is a red flag there. This one's harder to spot, but it can tell you a lot about a community. How transparent is the HOA? Okay, and so can homeowners easily get the meeting minutes, financial statements, budgets, or anything else that feels secretive? That's a problem,
Yeah, and if they're on it and they're giving you all the information right away, that's a green flag. I love that because it shows that they have it together, they know what they're doing, and they have the information. If they're slow going on it and they're like dragging their feet, like you said, that's scary because then what other issues are you going to run into in the future with them?
Sure. A well-run HOA should communicate with homeowners, not leave them guessing, and be involved. If getting basic information feels difficult before you even buy, imagine what it's going to be like when you own there. And I'll give you a perfect example. Copper Creek with Susan and her daughter buying there, and it's a gated community. It's very, very small. It's right before you enter Sugar Mill Country Club. Very new.
Very nice.
Ryan Homes. Very good Ryan Home custom homes in there. But we wanted to put a fence in the backyard, and we went actually next door because the HOA president lived next door, and he was great, but he brought it up in the meeting, and then we met the fencing company, and the entire HOA, these grouchy women, other than him, all walked down. There's like 5 of them, and we're under contract, and my buyer's like, what am I getting myself into? Now, it ended up being successful because we just had the president get involved, but you just don't know. Those HOAs, sometimes those HOA members can be like crossing guards or like the volunteer cop. Yes. And they want to know everything, and so it's just, again, another red flag. Poor communication is red flag number 4.
Red flag number 5, which is a big one: pending lawsuits.
Yeah, the last red flag is one many buyers never think about: pending litigation. And this is a big one. Okay,
it is a big one.
If an HOA is involved in a lawsuit, whether it's against a developer, a contractor, or even another homeowner, it can affect financing, insurance costs, and future HOA dues. Okay, so in fact, some lenders won't even finance condos in communities with certain types of ongoing litigation, and there are some of these things. Yeah, so that's why we always encourage buyers to ask if there's any pending litigation before moving forward. Again, that's something that I would do for you, not necessarily something you have to do. And honestly, this is a small town, and Daytona Beach Shores is small, and Daytona Beach and Ormond, these are all small areas. So most of the time we hear of something before it comes up, and we can kind of, stay out of that specific area, or say, hey, when is this going to be resolved? But it's much better to find out before than after you go under contract.
Oh my gosh, what a nightmare.
What a nightmare that these things can be. Yeah. All right, so listen, this is a short video. Like I said, it's just because we've been dealing with a lot of HOA stuff recently, and some of it very great, some of it super easy, some of it's like challenging a little bit, and requires some questions. So I thought, we're always thinking about what our audience wants to know, wants to hear about. So this is a subject that we came up and I thought was important. But here's my local advice. Okay, before anyone starts thinking HOAs are all bad, they're not. Some of the most desirable communities in coastal Volusia County have HOAs. Okay, Venetian Bay, Sugar Mill Country Club, Spruce Creek Fly-In Community, one of our favorites, LPGA International, Latitudes Margaritaville, Plantation Bay. I mean, we're talking about big, thousands of homes, and many of these communities offer fantastic amenities that are extremely well managed, But the key isn't avoiding HOAs altogether, it's understanding the ones that you're buying into. So listen, if you're planning on moving to New Smyrna Beach or Port Orange, Ponce Inlet, Daytona Beach Shores, Ormond Beach, Edgewater, anywhere in coastal Volusia County, don't let an HOA scare you. Just do your homework. A great HOA can protect your investment and make homeownership so much easier. A poorly managed HOA, however, can become very expensive surprise and give you a lot of headaches and nightmares. So listen, if you're considering buying an HOA community, we'd be happy to help you review the financials, answer the questions, and make sure that you know exactly what you're buying before making an offer. And listen, we get phone calls, emails, text messages, and Zoom invites every single day from people just like you wanting to move to the beach. So whether that be in 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to help you move to the beach. Also, if you're looking to relocate anywhere, please reach out to us. We have contacts all over the nation. We are in seminars. I'm speaking actually at a YouTube seminar at the end of next week, next Friday. And so we know people all around. We travel, we do this kind of stuff. So if you need somebody that's well qualified, and you want me to pre-qualify them for you and give you a referral, I'm happy to do so. If you have any questions about anything, reach out. Please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you get all the updates and notifications about New Smyrna Beach and surrounding areas. Thanks so much for joining on this short video today. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.